Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pitchside Podcast channel. As we just had the Bayern Munich versus RB Leipzig game in the Bundesliga, and it was a great game. It was an amazing watch, really thrilling 3-3 draw that was entertaining in so many ways. A couple of ideas, really, a couple of remarks about this game. Leipzig started strong in the first 15 to 20 minutes. They really made the best out of their opportunities. They capitalized on the high line that Bayern have played with in the start of the game, really. The stubbornness of Hansi Flick, not changing the high line pretty much, obviously made Leipzig capitalize. Not much of a speed, really, in their attack. We talked about that. Not much of a great base in their attack, but with the right movement and the good movement and the smart movement, you could get past Bayern's high line. Great start right from the off for RB Leipzig, pressing Bayern, really putting a solid performance and attacking Bayern Munich very high up the pitch, capitalizing on a big mistake in the midfield and a big mistake from Neuer, timing his run out of the goal very wrongly, allowing Christopher Nkunku to get past him and slot in for the opening goal inside 90 minutes. After that, Bayern's troubles were doubled because Javi Martinez went out for an injury, but it turned out that substitution was a blessing in disguise, as Jamal Musiala once again proving that he is the greatest prospect in Bayern at the moment, coming off from the bench 5 minutes later, scoring the equaliser before Thomas Müller made it to 34 minutes in. And we thought Bayern had the lead, we thought Bayern were good to go, but just 2 minutes later, Justin Kluivert with a copycat goal, really, of the second goal from Bayern, getting behind the line via a clever pass from Amadou Haidara, who had a decent game until he left, scored the second goal for Leipzig, and then they again regressed back, while Bayern tried to score the second goal before the end of the half-time, but they couldn't do that. It ends 2-2. The first half already entertaining. Second half, Leipzig come off the rail, come off really strong. Start the second half really strongly. 3 minutes in, Emil Forsberg scores completely unmarked inside the box via a brilliant cross from Angelina to make it 3-2 for RB Leipzig. After that, it was Bayern, of course, scrambling, really, for the equaliser. Leroy Sané went out for Gnabry. He didn't have the best of games, really. Gnabry was the natural option. He was more lively than him, to be fair. And Leipzig weirdly sat back after that goal. Instead of going forward, instead of continuing to attack, they sat deep and decided to try and capitalise on the spaces and the counterattacks. They almost did in a couple of occasions, and Manuel Neuer as well almost cost Bayern Munich the game in a couple of occasions, a couple of mistimed passes and mistimed run-outs. Bayern Munich managed to equalise finally in the 75th minute after a good spell of 10-15 minutes of good pressure on RB Leipzig's defence, who really regressed to the back and played really deep, 20 to 25 yards ahead of their goalkeeper. And eventually, by the pressure, the deadlock's going to be broken. Eventually, Kingsley Coman, with a brilliant cross, teeing up Thomas Müller, all of them a touch from the greatest prospect in Bayern at the moment. Again, Jamal Musiala. After that, Nagelsmann knew that this game might turn its tide, so he decided to get Willi Orban for Justin Kluivert, changing the formation into a 3-4-3 by the end, playing with three centre-halves, trying to close out the space and make the pitch more compact. Bayern kept on attacking, but not really with a bite in the last 15 minutes or so. They couldn't threaten much Leipzig, and in the end they settled down for the point. By the end of the game, Christian Richards was in, Douglas Costa, was a substitute for Kingsley Coman. Christian Richards came in for a very tired Jerome Boateng. Obviously, Bayern Munich would take the draw, certainly. I mean, I don't know, maybe Leipzig would take the draw better than Bayern, because they will keep themselves in the race. They keep themselves 2 points behind Bayern on the table, 23 points for Bayern at the top, 21 for RB Leipzig, and all the other teams, of course, Borussia Mönchengladbach and Borussia Dortmund, are further away because of their draws in their separate encounters. An entertaining match all around, a really great match to watch, one of the most entertaining games of the season. a draw that will, I think, suit both sides eventually, considering that Bayern had good chances in the middle portions of each half, while Leipzig would probably certainly regret the fact that it didn't take their chances in the first quarter of an hour of either half. That was all for the Bayern RB Leipzig game. Like, share and subscribe, of course, to the channel to notice and enable notifications to hear more updates about these kind of games. Hopefully we talk about this game more in the podcast tomorrow. Until then, I was your boy, the HOD from the PSP. Follow me on Twitter at SidePSP and on Instagram at PitchSidePod. Until I see you soon.